Hello Opimian, I'm Giovanna Tantini, management from my company. I started in 2002. I live in Castelnuovo del Garda, close to Lake Garda. I decided to start with my company in 2002 because I was lawyer and my dream was make the wine. I started with Bardolino, Chiaretto, Rosé and Bardolino. With my collaborator, enology and agronomist, is a fantastic team. They make with me in the vineyard and in the cellar. We selected the grapes for the different moment until the harvest. For example, Bardolino Chiaretto is the first. Why? Because when I go in the vineyard, I selected the grapes for the Bardolino Chiaretto. The bunch was Corvina, Rondinella and the Molinara. I selected the grapes, the bunch is bigger. I selected the grapes in the same vineyard where I selected the grapes for the Bardolino. Bardolino Chiaretto, when I decided to start with the harvest, normally end or middle of September, I put the grapes in the trays of 20 kilo. I put directly in the press with the dry ice. It's very important. I work at a low temperature. When I finish the pressing at 8 degrees, I put the most in the tank. The most stay in the tank until 20 days when start the fermentation at 16 degrees of temperature. It's very important for the good fruit in the nose when you try the good fruit in the mouth. Bardolino Chiaretto is the very old denomination in my area, Lake Garda. And I decided to start with this wine because I like a lot this wine. It's the typical wine for the woman like a lot drink this wine. It's fantastic for me start with like this. I'm very happy because the press write a lot for my wine, Chiaretto Rosé. In Decanter, 93 points. And Falstaff 91 points. It's fantastic for my company because my work is the expression of my sustainability. The most important work to create a strong identity is in the vineyard. This is my cellar where I make the Bardolino Chiaretto, Bardolino. This is the tank, a very big tank, where I put my grapes when they are finished the pressing. I selected the grapes, Corvina, Rondinella and the Molinara. I put directly in the tray, after in the press, with the dry ice, and when I finish the pressing, I put in the tank. It's very important the fermentation start at 16 degrees of temperature, because it's very important for the good nose and good mouth, very fresh. Bardolino Chiaretto is the typical wine for aperitif. You drink with the fish, with mead, white mead. The fermentation of this wine lasts 20 days at 16 degrees. When I finish the fermentation, the wine stays until 2 months in the tank. I clean a lot because it's very important. When I finish the fermentation, the wine stays in the tank until 2 months. After I put in the bottle and start to sell. Drink Bardolino Chiaretto. It's a very interesting wine. It's a typical wine from Lake Garda.